Hello students, let us understand what is entropy and also derive the expression for the same. So entropy is average information per message. Now to derive its expression, let us take this source. So if this source is generating capital M messages, that is M1, M2 up to MM, and probabilities associated with these messages are P1, P2, PM. Now this source is transmitting these messages and we have taken one sequence, that means L number of messages we have taken. So suppose it is transmitting M1, after that it transmits MM, then M2, after that M5, M6, likewise. For a long period of time we have observed it and took L messages. So this is for example purpose only. So these are L messages. Now the probability, as per the probability of occurrence of the messages will occur. Suppose the probability of M1 is P1. It is given, not suppose, it is given that probability of M1 is P1. So in these L messages, M1 occurs for P1 L time, P1 into L. So total L messages are there, L number of messages are there. So M1 occurs for P1 into L as per its probability. M2 occurs for P2 into L. As we say that if we toss a coin, the probability of occurrence of head is 1 by 2 and probability of occurrence of tail is 1 by 2. Say because if you toss the coin, you can get head or tail, because it depends on the probability and both have the same probability. Similarly, in these L messages, M1 occurs for P1 L times and M2 occurs for P2 L times, M3 occurs for P3 L times. So again simply I can say, if this is the source, it generates 8 messages, 1, 2, 3 up to 8. Now this source is transmitting messages. First time it transmitted 1, then 3, 5, then 6, then 8. Likewise we took up to 7, 8, then 3, 2. So how many number of messages are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. So if you compare this, L is equal to 9. Now this one is with some probability P1, this 2 is with some probability 2. So in these 9 messages, one will occur with probability P1 and number of ones will be P1 into L. Out of 9, one will occur into occur for P1 into L number of times. Suppose P1 is 1 by 4, then then one will occur for 1 by 4 into 9 times, likewise. So I hope you understood this concept. So if you understood this, it is easy to derive the expression for the entropy. So same is written here. Suppose the source generates m different messages with the probability with messages up to m and their probability is pm. Next, let over a long period of time L messages are generated. That means we have taken L number of messages. In that L messages, there are P1 L number of messages of M1, because as per the probability of M1. P2 L messages of M2, likewise. Now information conveyed by M1 is, you know this expression, I1 is equal to log 2 of 1 by P1. Now in that L messages, how many times M1 occurred? It occurred for P1 L times. So information carried by P1 L number of messages of M1 is I1 dash is equal to P1L log 2 of 1 by P1. So here, if probability information conveyed by M1 is I1 equal to log of 1 by P1. But in L messages, M1 occurs for P1 into L times. So in these L messages, so here information conveyed by this message M1 is log of 1 by P1. Log 2 of 1 by P1. But in these L messages, how many M1 messages are there? Those are P1L. P1L messages of M1 are there. So in these L messages, information carried by M1 is equal to I1 dash is equal to P1L into log 2 of 1 by P1. Because we are now considering a sequence of the messages which contains L number of messages, and in that M1 occurs for P1 into L times. So its information conveyed by that M1 is P1L into log 2 of 1 by P1. Similarly, I2 dash is P2L log 2 of P2. I3 dash is P3L log 2 of 1 by P3. IM dash is PML log 2 of 1 by PM. Now, total information IT. So same is written here. So total information is addition of these informations. So addition of information carried by M1, M2, M3 and all those. So I total is information conveyed by L number of messages, total information. So P1L log 2 of 1 by P1, P2L log 2 of 1 by P2 up to PML log 2 of 1 by PM. Now entropy is this average information. That means this is the total information divided by how many number of messages are there, L number of. So I total divided by L is entropy. So total information carried by these messages divided by number of messages. Average, you know how to compute the average. So average is total of information conveyed by these. We have to find the average of information. So total of information conveyed by these messages divided by number of messages. So number of messages are L. So this expression is here from this part and divided by L. So L gets cancelled out here, and you will get H is equal to P1 log 2 of 1 by P1, P2 log 2 of 1 by P2 likewise. So H is equal to summation I equal to 1 to number of messages M, Pi log 2 of 1 by Pi. And its unit is bits per message. Bits per message. I hope you understood this. Once again, in short, I will tell you, this is the source which generates these messages which are associated with these probabilities. Then we observe this source. It transmits the messages amongst M1 to M. We have taken one part of, we have taken L number of messages. In that, how many times M1 occurs, it depends on its probability. So it occurs for P1 into L times. M1 occur for P1 into L times. Number of messages multiplied by its probability. M2 occurs for P2 into L times. Now information carried by M1 is log 2 of 1 by P1. But how many number of M1 are there in this L messages? P1L. So I1 dash is P1L log 2 of 1 by P1. Similarly, we have found the expression for I2 dash, IM dash. Then we have taken its total. And how many number of messages are there? L divided by L. That becomes entropy. I hope you understood this concept, and if you are liking these videos, then do consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you.